Hi, my name's Mel Houghton, and today I'm going to share a video training with you on how your beliefs influence your behaviour. Now, I'm a former Australian representative swimmer, oxygen cover model, and fitness professional. And basically, my background was that I came through some pretty significant inner turmoils. When I was an Australian representative athlete and AIS scholarship holder, I suffered with depression, anxiety, and an eating disorder, bulimia nervosa. And I had which I now see is an absolute blessing, the opportunity to be able to learn how to heal myself, because I felt like at the time that I didn't have the support that I needed to heal the way that I knew that I needed to. And so what it forced me to do was go through my own internal transformation. And one of the biggest key things that I understood when I'm going through that transformation myself was how the way I was perceiving the events that happened in my life was actually influencing my experience of them, and the things that were actually going on for me that was contributing to the unrest that I felt within me and the subsequent disorders that resulted from that. So what I did is now that I've come through that, this is something that I now teach. It's called belief system coaching. And so basically what we need to understand is that if you, or if you're a fitness leader or a coach, if you have actually if you've got a client or you yourself have had something that you've wanted to do in life and you've tried it and failed, or if you have never started, or perhaps you even achieved what you want, but when you got there, you didn't think it was enough, or you lost it or sabotaged it as quickly as you gained it, or were off in search of the next thing because it didn't give you what you perceived that it would. That's the case when we can actually look at and identify what it is that you're holding in yourself, in your beliefs, that's actually contributing to that. Because that's the key thing, is if you're not achieving what you want, there is a belief in place that is not supportive for the attainment of that goal. So how to identify that is what we're going to look at. So basically, if, say, for example, you're a health professional, what you want to look at is understanding what is it that's driving, what is it that I believe about the world that's not supportive or not congruent with where I want to go. And the way that you do that is understanding that we all have these. We've got sort of 5 levels of behavior change. And the higher up the level of the behavior change that you actually go, the greater the influence of the result. So if we've got the highest levels, which I'm just going to go straight to the top, the highest levels we've got is your identity level beliefs, and just below that we've got the beliefs which represent your world experience. So identity level beliefs are the I am statements that you hold. So they're the things like, I'm not good enough, or I'm really fat. All of these things that you form, which creates the central aspect of your identity or personality. And then just below that, you've got your belief systems, which are your rules for living, your map of the world, or the way that you experience your perception of events, because all events are neutral, but we all place our own meaning and perception onto them. And also the should-dos that you hold on to. And they're the things that you say to yourself, I should be doing this. And the key is there, just to give you a little insight, whenever you're saying, this is what I should be doing, it's because you are living with someone else's values and accepting them as your own. So the awesome stuff, personal development, we can now actually go in, understand these, and actually transform them so they don't continue to be the limitation that they currently are in your life. Because at the moment, what it is I like the analogy of a ship. So say your conscious mind, the director, and those ideals that you have for the goals that you want to achieve is like the captain going towards your destination. And so the captain shoots an order down the line to the crewman, which is your unconscious, to say, look, this is where we're going, so guys, jump on board, this is what you need to do. And what happens is, when the captain at the moment asks the crew for that goal that you want to achieve but haven't yet been able to achieve, what it does is the crew go into mutiny because they're not in alignment with what the captain's orders are. So what we actually need to do is go down and understand the crew's point of view. What is it? Why are they all in conflict? And once we get the crew in alignment with the captain and get them all moving forward in the same direction, that's when you get your real momentum. So what I'm going to share with you just now is just some key things that you can do right now. In order to be able to start to unravel some of this stuff that's holding you back from lastingly achieving what you want. And so what I'd like you to do is first get in mind, or if you're a coach or a consultant or a personal trainer, get in mind something that you've noticed that your clients want to achieve but are struggling to achieve. So either yourself or someone that you're working with, get that idea in mind of something that they or you haven't achieved, or tried to achieve and failed, or always wanted to achieve but never taken the first step. And what I want you to think about is, from that state, is what is it, identifying this is where I am now. So identifying this is where I am now and this is where I want to go. So what I'd like you to ask yourself is, what do I believe about who I am and my beliefs about the way the world is that prevent me from being at this outcome right now? And so then that's what you've got to do, is start to write down some of the things that you believe about the way the world is and the way you should behave and what things that you should be doing and the things that should be important to you. And then identifying that if any of those things aren't supportive for that goal, it's no wonder that you haven't achieved it or you haven't been able to stay there. So that's what we actually need to go in and transform. Now, the Belief System Coaching Program is the perfect way to do that, but I'll give you a simple strategy right here, right now, so that you can implement this straight away after listening to this video today. So what I'd like you to do is get some of those key limiting decisions that you've made. So for example, say someone's coming to you, if you're a trainer or a consultant, that they want to lose 10 kilos. And so they've come to you and said, look, I've tried 5 different ways of doing this and it's never worked. We go, well, what is it? And this takes a little bit of communication, which I've also created a free report for you to get access to, which outlines 3 common mistakes that personal trainers and also some coaches make when it comes to communicating with their clients. And so you can get access to that to understand this information in a little bit more detail and how to actually help your clients identify the beliefs that they're actually holding them back. But understanding what is it that could be contributing, what might that person believe about themselves that prevents them from getting to that ideal weight. So for example, say they're 10 kilos overweight and so they feel like, I'm a fat person. So if your identity is a fat person, you're going to challenge your identity to go and lose weight. So that's quite challenging to your brain, because your brain's, one of its main jobs is identity coherence, or conforming to the identity that you formed at the level of your belief. So of course, if you're going to challenge your identity, it's going to be quite scary, challenging, and no wonder it's really hard to lastingly transform that belief. Or for example, they feel like they've got to help everyone else first. So if you feel like I must serve others first because, I must look after others before I look after myself, that might be a belief that's playing out for them. So they might not be doing what's right for them, but also looking after everyone else around them. And as a result, their health is suffering. So there's some of the things that could be playing out. But the hardest part in this process is identifying them. Once you've identified them, then it's so easy to transform it. So easy to transform it. Nowadays, with the advances that we've made in personal development, this can take a matter of minutes. But the hardest part is getting it clearly identified, because a problem well stated is a problem half solved, to borrow the wise words of Chris Howard himself. So basically what I'd like you to do is, just to finish off this program, this training right now, is to give you 3 questions to ask yourself, just to help to challenge the validity of some of those beliefs that you currently hold. So if you can, write down a belief that you know that holds you back, whether it's an identity belief or a belief about the way you perceive the world or what you believe that you should be in the world. And I want you to challenge it. So I want you to ask yourself, is this really true? Is this true? Is this really true? And then if you ask yourself, is it true, and you believe it's true, tell yourself, why is this true? Why is this true? And what we want to understand is all of it is generally perception and stories that were created around these beliefs to help us hold on to them. But understand, all beliefs are reworkable. And what we want to do is understand that there are empowering and disempowering beliefs. And the beliefs that disempower us or prevent us from taking effective action, they're the ones that it's our responsibility to transform into more empowering beliefs. So the Belief System Coaching Program is exactly what allows you to create empowering beliefs for yourself and for your clients. And we've got a free live training on that at the end of August this year, so I'll send some information down below this video. But besides that, please, I do hope this video has been valuable for you. And if you want any more information or questions that you've got related to this concept, please, you've got the 3 common mistakes PDF file or report for personal trainers and coaches that can help you understand how to get to this place in clients where you're identifying and they're identifying the things that they're holding on to that are disempowering them and preventing them from getting the results that they want. And then if you have any further questions than that, I'm always available, so you can email me at totaltransformationtraining.com or www.totaltransformationtraining.com or totaltransformationtraining@gmail.com, or on Facebook, www.facebook.com/livealifeofinspiration. And I really do hope that that this has given you a new insight into the way your beliefs actually influence your behavior, and it's given you some clarity on a new way that you can transform both yourself and the peoples that you have the fortune to be able to work with. So until next time I speak with you, I wish you every success personally and professionally, and here's to cheers to a life that's unlimited. Peace out.